Welcome to the second part of the two deadly overlapping fullbacks who are going to affect these general elections we're going into. Now, the other overlapping fullback is a very speedy, dangerous, agile, young. Yeah? And they're definitely going to cause goals to be scored in these elections. And of course, I'm talking about young voters. We have a huge percentage of people who are going to vote for the first time. Okay? Now, every day I try and look for hope for Kenya. My eyes turn to the young people of Kenya. That is where our hope is. Because the young people are very different from the older generation. Yeah? The young people are much less tribal. Okay? Look at areas which are infested by young people like Buruburu, Eastlands. There are no tribes in Buruburu and Eastlands. Yeah? There are none at all. There's no tribalism there. I mean, this is one of the wonderful showcases of Kenya. Places where there are no tribalism, where there's very little, if any, tribalism. Yeah? Now, the young people, that's a general reflection of the young people right across the country. Of course, they get influenced a lot by their parents. I mean, we've had cases where parents come and say, who are you voting for? If you vote for that person, find somewhere to sleep tonight. Si kwa nyumba yangu. Yeah, that happens. And we parents are guilty. And we'll have to answer to God for influencing our children with tribalism, our tribal ideas, our dirty tribal minds, influencing youngsters. And we've been mostly successful in doing that. But there are a lot of emerging young people who want to think different. Yeah? Of course, the young people have been very exposed to Western cultures, especially the US. I mean, online on YouTube, Google, and so on, it's all US. And a lot of our young people admire the United States. And they look at Kenya as another United States. And they look at that as the direction for the country to take. And of course, they'll shun tribalism. Of course, they'll try and think of new ideas. Of course, they'll try and look at Kenya from a new point of view. And in these elections, that is going to have an impact. It is actually estimated that out of the total registered voters, we have currently about 19 million, about 20% are people who are around hovering between the age of 18 and 25. 20%. Now, that's a huge percentage. These are very young people. These are people who can change on a whim. Even if they've already been influenced tribally, they can reach the polling station, and when they enter the booth, something just changes. Yeah? These are the people who could swing this election, let alone the swing areas we've been talking about. Young people could totally change the results of these elections and shock us. Yeah, that is one overlapping fullback I have full faith in will definitely influence our election. Yes, the young is one overlapping fullback who in these 2017 elections will bring about something none of us ever dreamed of or imagined, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and this is why as we go into the election these final months, one of the key things that will have a bigger impact than it has ever had in any other election we've had in this country before is what we read on the media, what we read online, the coverage of the particular candidates, the memes, the jokes which are produced on social media. All those are going to have a much bigger influence than what we've witnessed before. Okay? And the reason is simple. You know, before our voting patterns were cut and dried, in fact, there was no need of a campaign. Because we knew tribe A and tribe B will vote that side. Tribe C and D will vote that side. Tribe F, G, H up to Z are divided. Such a percentage will vote this side, such a percentage will vote that side. It was clear and cut. But now with the introduction of this 20%, very young people are voting for the first time. And people with many ideas. And many of them resistant towards tribalism, even if their parents forced them to vote in a certain direction. Ladies and gentlemen, it's unpredictable. We are in for a huge shock. Okay? Now, if you are to look at social media currently, because being on YouTube, I'm able to get a feel of social media. I'm able to analyze what's going on in social media and the kind of discussions, even amid the abuses that's going on social media. I would say NASA have the edge. NASA have the edge in terms of argument. NASA have the edge in terms of a better Kenya. Now, this is not my opinion. I'm just giving you what is on social media. Yeah? NASA definitely have an edge there. So if these 20% are going to have an impact, I think the people who are going to benefit most from that impact are going to be NASA. And of course also this aspect of the incumbent. Most youngsters will just know hii serikali haijafanya kitu, and they'll just vote NASA side. And of course they'll be informed by the emotions on the ground, what people are feeling, the economic hardships. Remember the other overlapping fullback, the economic hardships which Kenyans are currently facing. All those are going to influence. Yeah, but this is going to be, if we can keep this election peaceful, it's going to be one of the most exciting, one of the most dramatic elections we have had in the history of Kenya. This is Chris Kumekucha. Until next time.